Hello everyone. Well, it's that time of year again. It's the 1st of December 2018 and the very first of my Advent series. So I'm looking quite fresh-faced and vigorous and alive at the moment, but wait until you see me at the end of this mammoth 24 videos. One video every day from yours truly in the run-up to Christmas, culminating on Christmas Day with my Christmas Day unboxing extravaganza. Thanks to you mainly who have supplied the gifts for my Amazon wish list, so thank you in advance for that. Well, the Advent series, if you've seen the last 2 years that I've done them, it'll be much the same sort of thing. There'll be some vacuum unboxings, there'll be some vacuum demos, there'll be some special shout out videos for the young vacuum fans, there'll be a Q&A video for you older vacuum enthusiasts, and there may be some guest appearances along the way. I'm not sure what's going to happen because I've only filmed a few of them, so who knows. If you've any suggestions of what you'd like to see in my Advent series, pop your comments below and I'll see if I can fit them in. Anyway, without any further ado, I've finished decorating my tree, so the first video is an unboxing and it's one for all you Dyson fans. In the spirit of a real Advent calendar, I'm not going to reveal what's inside until the window is opened, so I haven't actually put in the title of this video what it is, unless you're watching this next year when I would have actually revealed. But just to give you the surprise, you're not going to see this item. You know it's a Dyson, but which Dyson? I've still got quite a lot of gaps in the collection. Judging by this box, it's not a new model. What could it be? Well, lots of cardboard, and I think the recycling van lorry has just been, unfortunately, but never mind. Well, folks, what a faux pas. I said it was a Dyson, so if you tuned in for a Dyson, I'm terribly sorry, I've misled you. The thing is, I've got 3 boxes, all look very similar in my kitchen, waiting to be unboxed, and I was thinking, oh, I'll do the Dyson for the first video, and it isn't the Dyson, so I might as well show you what it is. Right, here's the first clue. Some Hoover cleaning tools, U4371. So, it looks like it could be an American vacuum. It was when I saw this, I thought, hang on, that's not the Dyson I was expecting. This has got a bag. Oh, where's the mains lead? It must be on the handle. It's a Hoover! I'm hoping... Oh right, it's okay. I thought they'd forgotten to pack the handle, but I think it's probably in the other box. It's rather unusual the way I came across this particular Hoover, and I'll tell you for why. Now, you know that I've imported... Whoops! Watch the Christmas tree, Roger. You don't want it falling on top of you. I've imported most of the cleaners from the US of A that you've seen, the American ones, and there's still lots to come next year. But this one, for some reason, was actually being sold on eBay UK, and it said this is an American model, 110 volts, not for use in the UK, and it said not for sale in the UK. And somebody did place a bid on it. It had, the starting bid was $79.95, I think. And somebody had placed a bid, and then the bid was retracted, so maybe they realised they couldn't use it in this country. But there are a few collectors I know that have transformers, so they can use American cleaners. So anyway, this cost me £80 plus a bit of postage, which is a lot cheaper than importing one from the US of A. Okay, let's... so it's a convertible, or senior as we'd call it. So in here we have some genuine bags. I'll just point out, if you can hear a lot of gurgling in the background, it isn't my stomach. Unfortunately, little Daisy is feeling a little bit under the weather. She's got a bit of a jippy tummy, so it's making rather a lot of noise. So if you hear that, that's Daisy, it's not me. So here we have, is it sealed? These look quite old, don't they? This is old style packaging. And I would say, well, yes, they are genuine. It is pretty old because there's rust on the staples there. I don't think I'll open those. That contains 4 bags. I can use some bags I've got anyway. There is no instruction book for the cleaner, sadly. We've just got a little leaflet here for the cleaning tools. Now, I know the cleaning toolkit isn't complete. So all we have in this cleaning toolkit, in pretty good condition, just needs a wipe. We've got a plastic wand. Yes, in fact, it doesn't look used at all. That's the pan converter, so they've changed the way it fits. With previous cleaners, it slid, certainly with the UK versions, you had a longer converter that slid underneath at the back. This one actually fits over the brush roll, so you can convert it to above floor cleaning. And it's got a little lever to lock it into place. And not a double stretch hose, you've got this flexible hose. I'm not sure, there was a name for this hose, I think. But yes, it won't fit up the reach up the stairs, it doesn't stretch. So you've got that, and that's it. Oh no, sorry, yes, there is another nozzle. Again, only lightly used. So it would have probably had at least a crevice tool as well with this set. Ah, yes, it did. It's got a picture. So unfortunately, it's just missing the crevice tool. Never mind, I knew it didn't have all the tools. But it is in very good condition. It will clean up to almost mint. That cord is very clean and not damaged. And we've got the 2-piece handle that incorporates the switch. And being a basic, don't know much about these, but I know this is quite a basic version. You don't have any sort of hand grip. It's all metal. There's no sort of plastic moulded grip over the end like some of the more deluxe versions would have had. Right, so that's all there. Seems complete. Well, complete apart from the crevice tool, of course. And here it is. The base of the cleaner. It's quite light. It needs a clean up. There's obviously some paint marks along the side of the furniture guard. They'll come off easy enough. Everything I think will clean up very well. There's no deep scratches, so get rid of the paint and buff it up and that'll look almost new, I think. The Hoover roundel is in pretty good shape as well. Let's turn it over and have a look at the underside. Again, it all looks very clean and tidy, doesn't it? Very small bit of rust on there. Let's have a look at the belt. So there's no need for a screwdriver with this one. Oh, a little bit of polystyrene. That belt seems okay. Should be able to do a quick demo of this. I can't see any reason why this won't work very well. The wheels don't look very worn either. So yes, I think it's had very light use. Now what's possibly happened, because this was in the UK on eBay, this could have been brought over by someone who moved to the UK from the US of A, thinking that it would work and then realising it didn't. So let's hope they didn't try and plug it in using an adapter, because that would have completely ruined it if they did that. That might be the case, so fingers crossed it isn't the case. So it's why it was sold on eBay. It's by a company that sells on eBay for other people. I think you can drop stuff off and they'll sell it on your behalf and take a percentage. So that fits back on there. We'll have a quick look at the rating plate. So if you can date this cleaner for me, I'd be very grateful. So it's the Hoover cleaner model U4371, 120 volts, 60 Hertz, AC only. And it's 4.8 amps with bag type C, and the belt code is 49258. Serial number 0009022, the Hoover Company, North Canton, Ohio, made in the US of A. I'm just assembling the handle. I've already inserted the lower part, and there was a little socket to plug the pins into, because obviously there is connections in this handle, unlike the British versions that had the switch on the motor hood. Well, I also just noticed, while I'm screwing this up, there is no height control on this, which could be a little bit awkward. No height control whatsoever, so very, very budget. Obviously no headlamp, but you expect that on budget cleaners, but there's no Hoover height control either. I'll just hand tighten that. You can use a coin or screwdriver, but that'll be tight enough. And now I just need to attach this spring to the hook just under here where the cable enters the cleaner. So stretch that out. It's in very good shape, this bag. The writing is very slightly fading, starting to. You have to be really careful with the writing on bags. And the bag's gone a little bit creased, but I'm sure in time that will sort itself out. It's a plasticized wipe clean bag. Let's see how much dirt is in here, if any. Wow, this is budget. It's bottom fill, would you believe? I'm sure at the time this was available. And, well, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to be this old-fashioned type of fitting. Of course, a lot of people will say, well, any bagged vacuum is old-fashioned, but what I mean by old-fashioned, it uses this rubber band here, just like our old juniors and old seniors. It doesn't have the top fill tube. So, I'll just take that off. Oh dear, I've made a bit of a dirty mess. For the demo, I will just use this. There is a little bit of possibly American dirt in there. This is considerably bigger though than our equivalent bags that we had. Well, we still can get them. I think they're called the H1 bags, I believe. But of course, what I might do is try and incorporate a fleecy bag when I do a proper demo of this. I think SIBO bags are quite good. The SIBO upright bags are quite good for this sort of thing. I'll get some cheap ones of those, not genuine SIBO. Just cut the tops off and you can actually use them in Hoover Juniors and Seniors with this type of fitting. That's going to mark my carpet, possibly. I need to get the rug doctor out anyway. So let's just pop that back. And which way does it go on? Possibly, oh, that way looks better. It's just, you know, it's just a very thin, single layered paper. Oh no, it does go that way because there is a dot. But they had it like this. I'm going to do it this way because it feels like it's going to fit better somehow. This needs a little bit of a clean, as I've said, but it's very good condition-wise. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on very easily. Now I'm going to pause the video and put that on properly, and then we'll plug it in. Just point out as well, does this come out? I think it's attached. There is a little, let me show you. There, look, there's a plastic piece at the bottom of there for some reason. It could protect them from this part here from sort of rubbing on this plasticized fabric and wearing it out. That could be the reason that's there. Okay, I'll pop this on, find my little transformer, and we'll see if this Hoover works. Right then, let's plug it in. It's a very short cable, again another way that manufacturers cheapen products by shortening the cable. So yes, this is probably bottom of the line. I'm sure my American viewers will be able to tell me where this was in the lineup and what sort of age it is, but oh, that is very short. I mean, very short for a UK home. In a larger American home, you'd be constantly unplugging and replugging this machine. Anyway, Let's hope it doesn't blow up and ruin my lovely Christmas tree. I've got my box just off camera in the off position. I'll just plug it in. Right, there we go. I think the cleaner is in the off position, but we'll soon find out when I flick the switch on my converter box. Yes, so down must be on. In fact, I'll direct it away from my Christmas tree in case any dust, because there's some large holes in this outer bag. It's not going to filter much. If any dust, it'll go away from my lovely tree that took me all day nearly to put up. Okay, let's give it a go now. It should. Ooh, don't blow up. We don't want to ruin Christmas. Well, as you could hear, it works, and it's pretty quiet really, certainly quieter than that Decade 80 that you saw on my channel not too long ago. Right, I'm going to switch it back on at the transformer. Yep, it's okay. Let's give it a push. Pretty pleased with that, despite the fact it doesn't have the adjustable height. It moved across the carpet okay, the brush wasn't stalling. I kept, it's very awkward, not awkward, but it's very unusual to turn a cleaner of this type off using the hand switch, because I don't know if you saw, but my foot was ready to find the on-off switch. I'm really pleased with it. I know it was £80 for a second-hand cleaner. That's probably quite a lot, but there's not many of these in the UK. And if I was to import this, if I'd paid £80 for this, or whatever the dollar equivalent would have been, then there would have been a higher shipping charge and import charges as well. So I'm pretty chuffed to have found this all the way from the US of A. So let's have a feel of the suction using the cleaning tools. Now, first things first, I think I'll attach the hose to the pan converter. So it just pushes on. You see there's two lugs. Can you see the lugs either side there, and two holes here, look. So you just have to push. It's very like the Concept 1 fitting. There we are. Right, so that's in place. Now what I have to do is locate it on the underside. The seal seems okay. It's a decent sort of seal on this. Some seals, they perish. They're more like that foamy type. They do perish. It's quite hard, the seal though. Doesn't have much give in it. But hopefully it'll be enough to seal the suction in. So I just need to... I've turned it off at the wall as well, which you really should do before attaching the tools in case you accidentally switch it on. So it locates underneath here. At the back first, then you pivot it forward. Let's just make sure that that's there. That's it. Then you lock it in place. Is that correct? Hang on. Doesn't want to lock. Oh, there we go. That's it. It's possibly the first time that that's been on here. It might have not been on very often. That's a nice tight fit anyway. So there you go. That's the hose attached for above floor cleaning. You know, some people might think, oh, that's too much of a faff. And I'd say I'd agree. And then tools attached cleaners came onto the market and they became pretty standard before the bagless revolution came along. Upright cleaners on the whole did have the fitted tools. But there is a way that I prefer this sort of setup, to be honest. In my view, Your best cleaning team is a dedicated upright for your carpets and a cylinder or canister for your hard floors and above floor cleaning. This is a compromise, obviously, doing this, but it's better than nothing. Right, okay, I need to turn it back on. I'm not expecting great suction from this, but possibly better than a Hoover Junior suction would be. It's not bad. Obviously, it's got an old bag in it that could do with replacing. And as I said, I will experiment with a fleecy type bag with this. It's a nice little nozzle, that though. I do like these. We got similar nozzle in the UK with these very good rubber teeth, which did help get the pet hair up. You've also got little sort of nodules on the front, but it was the rubber teeth that did the job. They would often wear down. Reminds me of my mum. She used to use a Hoover Constellation, a pink and white Constellation that I let her use as her vacuum. She didn't vacuum much, obviously. She never got a chance to in our house. And if she did vacuum, she was often told off by me, saying, "Why have you vacuumed?" But when she did vacuum, instead of using the nozzle that was supplied with the Constellation, that wide nozzle, she used to use the all-purpose nozzle on the carpet. So it took ages, but that was the only thing that would get up the pet hairs. That was before she got an Electrolux 502, and then everything changed. That was far better than the Constellation, I have to say, at picking up the dog hairs anyway. But yeah, this is all right for doing the stairs, but it's not going to reach right up. It's all right for the upholstery, isn't it? Just a shame I'm missing the crevice tool. I'll probably be able to get one at some point. Well, I'll put a little bit of dirt down, not loads, because I don't want to mess up my tree, because it'll be covered in dust, but we'll put a little dirt down for a quick demo. Then I'm going to give this a clean and a polish. As you see, it doesn't need a lot doing. When I do a full demo in 2019, fingers crossed, I will fit some sort of a HEPA or at least a fleece bag to this, and that will certainly increase the airflow of this Hoover Convertible. Well, that's the end of my first Advent video for 2018. I'm sorry to any Dyson fans who got rather excited when I was about to reveal a Dyson. I was as shocked as you were. I knew I had this cleaner to unbox, but I thought it was the Dyson cleaner I was going to unbox. But stay tuned, because obviously I've let the game away now, haven't I? I've let the cat out of the bag. There will be a Dyson coming up that fills another gap in the collection. There may be other Dysons featured during the course of the 24 videos. Well, 23 now, because I've done the first one. One done, 23 to go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.